And then we'll go down the west coast as well. Seeing as this seems to be taking a little while. And thanks to our engineers, we do actually build these roads very quickly. How much money would it cost to make roads through all of our provinces? A lot. Because it's 10 ducats for every province connection. So just because these three might be connected, unless you've actually done a triangle, it would just be like these two and then these two. This connection wouldn't exist unless you actually told these two to connect. As in fact happened down here. You can see I went all the way around here. You would think that these two are connected, but they're not. Armies that are marching this way will go like that. Unless I told this expressly to connect. Which at some point I might do. Having the big connections, so the big cities, the capitals, so I can move troops around and I can move trade around, that's the most important. I think this might be finished at just about the right time. Stop your road building. Send you to Pisa. And you're not even using the new roads, damn it! Okay, so we have our CB. And at some point we will connect through the passes, probably through here, for example. So we have the northern route and then the southern route. But today is not that day. Appius Claudius Codex was elected to the office and will now rule our glorious nation. Popularis are now in control. Yeah. Although everyone's approval is now really high. Hence we've got a 90.8 Senate approval rating. Gurgers is the only reason the Bonai are still even in the running. Yeah, the Popularis just have some really powerful people. You want Gurgers to be imprisoned. That would basically wipe these guys out completely. You want Tuscia to have a religious complex. Unlikely. And you want me to declare war on Taurinia. You know what? That's possible. Though Taurinia's grown a bit. Oh, it's these two allied. That's really tempting. Oh, geez. Oh, no, that's trade. I thought that was your defensive league there for a second. Our aggressive expansion is burned right down again. You know what? I think we're going to do a war for the rest of Liguria against you. And that'll help out the Optimates, which will give us a bit more of a balance between the three factions, which I think is important. There is a strong religious following practicing near the living rock of Stonehenge gathered by Cornelia Prima. Followers are holding their own ceremonies in front of large gatherings of people on the steps of the colossal entryway. There is no evidence that the ceremonies of this kind have any benefit, but there is also no evidence that the contrary is true. This is a distraction. There are already plenty of religious places. We lose stability, we gain political influence. She loses loyalty. There are benefits to strengthen the religious stance. She gains popularity. I lose tax, but gain omen power. Or she dies. I'm going to say this is a distraction. I'm sorry to say it, but she's a woman, so she doesn't actually have any power in our nation. And I would quite like to have that political influence. This will drop our stability, but we can basically cash in the stability that we just got in order to boost stability once we have 100. hatred brews. Enmity, they say, knows no bounds, and to say that Metius despises Appius would be a gross understatement. Metius made his intentions clear recently after he sent a bunch of shady brigands to tail Appius. The public may well catch wind of this embarrassing situation. Claudii lose prestige. I am actually okay with you losing prestige. That's fine. Don't know if you saw Mordred, but in 3 weeks Valheim sold 4 million copies. Yep, I saw that. They're doing really well. Do I control all of Italy? Not quite. We're getting there. Rome is definitely a nation in the ascendancy right now. And speaking of Rome being in the ascendancy, it is time for us to declare war on these guys. Are they even going to bother trying to raise their levies? I don't think they will. Oh, no, they did. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we are going to split the army. We're going to leave the engineers, we're going to leave the light infantry. But the rest of them are going to move down there to try and fight them. I'm just going to double check that both of my commanders are very loyal, which they are. After several charges of corruption, the head of the Fabii family, Quintus Fabius Gurgius, is called before the Senate. Son of a bitch. I have to go against this, and this is going to really piss off the Popularis. One of these days I'm going to have to do a role-playing game where I play as the consul, because then I'd be like, I am the Popularis, I masterminded this. I think that would be better to do in a monarchy though, because then you can play as the same family, and you would have that continuity. Release the poor man already. Then, in order to get their approval up again, I think I am going to go and sacrifice some of this. So we'll lose some somewhat with the Optimates and the Boni, but they'll still be very high. And the Popularis will at least be at 47. And we'll tick up a little. The March of Time. Appius gains gout. Alright. Come back here! Not done killing you yet. Decius falls ill. He gets Mentagra. What on earth is Mentagra? A mysterious disease thought to have been spread by kissing and bodily contact. Mentagra displayed a facial rash with sores and severe discomfort. Lovely. Alright, let's go and send you guys back north. And we'll go and fight that army. We haven't really had any military tests yet, unfortunately, because Carthage has been so quiet. We haven't really had any major opposition. That is not a stack wipe, though we did just do an enormous amount of damage to them. You may as well move there. Friends across the borders. So Sextus in Intermalia wants money. Or we can say, no! My money is my money. You can't have it. We need a censor. What does the censor do? Party popularity. So we don't have any scorned people. So giving it to Vospicius Nonius, who is loyal, hasn't got very good statesmanship. Your statesmanship is a lot better, and this would actually increase your loyalty. Oh, this is Gurgias. And this would also give the yellows a little bit more control. You know what, let's do that. And you're going to increase the party approval from all the different parties because you are a very good censor. Who are we fighting? We're just fighting these tiny guys. It's not really a fight. After this, though, we are going to be going after Taurinia, which I think will be our first major war in a while. Am I enjoying the Marius update? I am. I think that they've done a really good job with this. Big Black, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. A religious procession. A struggle between the religious echelons of our society and the peasants has recently come to light, as the populace at large feel like the religious ceremonies are inaccessible and distant. On the other hand, our augur and his attendants demand the distance needed to do their jobs properly, an argument that the peasants have no right to the inner workings of our religious ceremonies. So we lose stability. Our stability is already really low. I don't want to lose more. A procession through the territory will appease both sides, which it would. Or we reduce the omen power. I don't really care about omen power. This pisses off Bubulcus, but he's still going to be plus 60-ish. And this gives us plus 6 stability. I think I like this one, because I do need that stability. Am I planning on colonising the island to the west? I can't, because I'm waiting for these provinces to get converted to my culture, then I can. But because I don't have them as an accepted culture, I can't press this button to colonise, even though I do now have the population here. So if I was a slightly less xenophobic nation right now, we would be able to do it. But because I'm trying to Romanise everything, we can't. And I'm really pushing the Romanisation pretty heavily at the moment. We are now 42% Roman. That's gone up a lot. That was up from like 24%. Can I actually build my legion up anymore? Yes, I could add another 4 units if I wanted. Are there any cultures I'm going to integrate rather than assimilate? Haven't decided yet. Probably. Like when we go into Gaul, when we go into Greece, almost certainly I'll assimilate, I will integrate Greece rather than assimilate, because then I can get even more heavy infantry levies. Because the Greeks have a bigger portion. Plus that would allow me to get the Greek traditions, which means even more heavy infantry. Alright, that has been conquered. That will be done automatically. There's the 100%. I will be taking all of your stuff. And we are now done. Alright, so that central part is now taken. Am I doing anything to improve relations with these guys? No, because it can get to 178. Admittedly, it's the bellicose stance which is costing us. What does it cost me to change? 30. So if I went domineering, I could probably start to integrate those two. No, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go for Taurinia. Did you ever get a chance to build that fort? You did not. You should. Oh yes, and there'll be extra forts in here which I need to destroy as well. Because right now Pisa has a fort, which means that you can get rid of that one. That's the only one there, so that shouldn't increase our costs any further. The only other place that we may want a fort is like Rubra. Although at the moment Pisa has a fort, so even though they can get through the pass, they can't go any further south. And you have a fort, which means they can't go this way. It'd be a pain defending both sides, but that wouldn't be any different if we did have the pass there. And we can use the road. Although I suspect it's probably quicker just... Oh no, road is faster. Or going across this instead of all the way around, but still. Okay, I think I want to get into a position where we can start to threaten you. Okay, here we go. We're going to prepare for this conflict. Have I looked at the Found Colony cultural interaction? Oh, yeah, I keep on forgetting that's even a thing. We were doing it, and that's why the Etruscans have been converted quickly. I just forgot that. It's on a timer. So what we want to do is sort this by population in the culture. The Etruscans are done. You're done. You're not. So the Sabellians need to have a colony somewhere. Because it's on a timer. You can't do that too often. It's like every 10 years or something. Nope, it's every 3 years. Because I would like to have done that everywhere. Thanks for the reminder, I totally forgot that was a thing. What's happening in Egypt? Unfortunately, everything else seems to be kind of quiet. Oh, no it's not. Sakia is obliterating the Seleucids. Armenia is also on the rise. Phrygia and the Antigonids haven't done very much. Macedon's the only other nation that's actually looking in any way dangerous. Because they've pretty much taken out Thrace at this point. And the Avernians seem to be getting a little bit of consolidation going on in France. And actually, Courtintanta are doing pretty well in Britain. Are Rome the only ones that can build roads? No. Anyone can build roads, but Rome is one of few who can build military roads, which are like an upgrade. But that is a lot later in the game.
Raiding party!
Welched, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. The hidden hippos have emerged. Hello. How are you guys doing? And what were you just playing? And in fact, you were arriving just in time to witness the might of Rome! Oh, they're allied to them. Oh, brilliant. I can get my river crossing, so I can actually get across the River Po. Awesome. Alright. War! We're going to war! Their Miltech is 1? Did I read that? I read that right. Oh dear. That's not going to end well for them. I'm Miltech 6. Deselect you. Group you. Move you there. You're a combat 7. I can't change these commanders for some reason. But that's alright. Let the siege begin. Aims of the Optimates realised. Here we go. Partisans of the Optimates are practically falling over each other to congratulate Consul Appius for defending their interests in the Senate of Rome. It seems the decision of the government have ensured to the approval of the interests of the elites for the time being. And that is because we have now gone to war with Taurius, which is what their objective was. You want me to build religious complexes in Tuscia. Hold on, let's see what's in Tuscia. Which is that. But that's going to cost me an awful lot of political influence, so there are definitely no guarantees that that's going to happen. Bet you're going to try and take this. You are! But I am now on the march, so hopefully I get there before you actually do take it. Yeah, we should. Easy. Alright, the legions are fighting for the first time in a long time. So our heavy infantry have 37.5 discipline. And plus 184% morale. So yeah, our heavy infantry hit like an absolute flipping truck. Plus we have 117 discipline versus 103. And those numbers kind of show you just how much better our soldiers are. 334 losses, 1,798 killed. Better. Much better. What are the historic boundaries of what we would have called Italy? I think it's roughly what's modern Italy. I don't know. Somebody a little bit more au fait with ancient Rome may want to chime in. Don't you raise the levies? I'm not sure that I need them for this fight. If I was fighting like Carthage, I probably would. But for this, I'm pretty sure the legions can just handle it. It means that we can keep these people at home, which means that we keep on gaining money and stuff. Hold. You didn't hold. Well, we're about to catch them in the open, so I think we'll be alright. 6,500. Unfortunately, they are countering us. But our army is just so much stronger. Though they are doing a lot of morale damage, and they are bringing in a lot of reinforcements here. Kind of hoping that you finish that soon, because I may need to back out of this fight. There we go. We lost 3,500, they lost 3,000. They did beat us. So let's bring in the auxiliaries, and we'll fight them there. Where are you running to? Pisa. That's fine. We took the fort. That was the important thing. And our second cohort's holding the line. Even though this is my light infantry and my engineers. Engineering! I may try to siege that back, but they are welcome to try. And we have our roads here, so we're going to be moving around very quickly. And there we go. We're on our way back again. And they are indeed going to try and siege that back, which is fine by me. This will allow me to do some recruitment and regain some strength. In fact, what I might even want to do is do the unitary organization so that I can get the reinforcement faster. I'm kind of expecting them to either go after Bonia or possibly Pisa. These two forts are protecting some pretty vital passes. And you're stopping them getting to here, which is this fort, which is still under construction. So losing that would be bad for us. Yeah, okay, so they're bunching a bunch of troops onto that position. I think what I'm going to do is merge the levies into the regular army and then hit them as a full unit. And this time I'll have like full front line, I'll have a full back line. It'll be a lot stronger, so we're going to say that the light infantry is the front row. And we're going to go and do this. The first time that the Legion fights as one unit. 11,000 men versus 7. And I've taken the bottleneck, which beats shock. Which just increases my discipline even further. Oh dear. And there we go. 700 losses for 2,000 kills. We've restored some of our lost pride. I have 4 commanders. I don't. Huh, well spotted. Usually it says if you're lacking a commander. Okay. So nobody is gaunt. Also, why have I lost a slot? I usually have 3. Well, whatever. Caicus is incredibly loyal. He's also only 24. Ah, but he's corrupt. Sophus is not corrupt. He's not as good a general. And he's very, very loyal. Let's go with Sophus. Oh, there's the 4th. Ooh, what's that? Siege ability. So Marcus Junius Lepidus. Not massively loyal, but if I put you in charge of the siege units, you should be alright. And actually, speaking of siege units... trying to think what I want to do here. I think I want to... I can join that fight at the very least. Although their armies keep on retreating. Every time they're like, oh no, the Legion's here! They run away. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a new unit. We're going to separate out the engineers. We're going to give them a supply donkey and all of the light infantry. And then you lot are going to be under the command of the siege guy, Lepidus. And then Lepidus, you're going to go and take these guys out of this war. And then that's going to leave Arvina to deal with any other threats as they may emerge. If I see them going for this, for example, then we'll set out and march. I kind of want to be nearby so we can reinforce over here if we need to, although right now my minions are doing a pretty good job.